Another blessed morning and a very good morning to all of you out there. Welcome to the sports segment, and there is only one place to start this morning show. Well, the trending name in the sports circles is Asamoah Gyan. Last night, he made known his desire not to continue playing for Ghana again based on a decision taken by head coach APPIAH ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations. Well, here are excerpts of Asamoah Gyan's statement. Asamoah Gyan released a statement on his Twitter handle around 5 p.m. announcing his decision to leave the national team permanently. Per the statement, Gyan is not happy with a decision from coach APPIAH, hence his decision to leave. According to him, and I quote, "If the decision of the coach is to give the captaincy of the tournament to another player while I am named in the team for the tournament, I wish to excuse myself from the tournament. I also wish to retire from the national team permanently, not pretending my presence will not fuel the purported undermining the country has seen under my captaincy. I would continue to serve the country Ghana in other endeavors as a businessman through various investments."
This is a difficult bounce for the American defence to deal with, and Asamoah Gyan has scored! A wonderful volleyed goal, yet another one from the danger strike.
All right, so Asamoah Gyan out. That's according to the statement he released last night. To help me do more in terms of the analysis and looking at the issue is APPIAH. He is spokesperson of the Ghana League Class Association. We also have Sam Johnson, who is a former player, on the line. Guys, thanks so much for joining me this morning. Let me start with you, Mr. Johnson. Did it come as a surprise to you when you heard this?
Yeah. Well, let me greet everyone who is listening or watching this morning. I think when I heard it, I was a little bit disturbed, but not disturbed like, really disturbed, because if you could remember, a lot of people are talking about old issue. I mean, they shouldn't call him, or so many things are happening. When it comes to Asamoah, and a lot of people are, criticizing them. They shouldn't call them. They are old. But sometimes we need to remember what they have done for the nation, and appreciate that one. Of course, they will go out, but the way and manner sometimes we criticize them, I think is bad. But so if what he's saying is true, which something that happened, I think that's the right thing that he's doing.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be there with pain to bring the team down.
Okay.
While he was in the team. So I think that's the right decision.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Johnson will still be with us, but let me move to APPIAH. Thanks so much for joining me here on the show. I mean, Asamoah Gyan enumerated quite a number of reasons why he is quitting, and most importantly, and I'm sure that's what we all will look at, the bit about he feels that he's been betrayed by Coach APPIAH. The coach telling him that he wants his deputy to take charge, and that he should come out and announce. Is that the right thing to do?
Well, very good morning to your viewers, and I must say it's an most unfortunate of a situation where we find ourselves. I would like to say that we must exercise restraint, because we've only heard from Asamoah Gyan, we've not heard from the coach.
Okay.
And by the law of natural justice, it's very important we also hear from the coach. But whilst we wait to hear from the coach, this dean of the captaincy doesn't seem to want to go away from us.
Yeah.
And I think the nation will be very, very, very careful how to handle this matter. I think that if this true, the timing for me is a problem. Because I think if you do a review of the apart from
hello,
what's up? Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I said, apart from the one that animosity in 1992, where just before the tournament, Coach APPIAH was taken away and given to Abedipele.
Yeah.
And that animosity and how they took away from CK, if you remember.
Yeah.
We put in
please, can you reposition yourself? Your line is not too clear. Hello? Okay, so we'll wait for Ebo to reposition himself, and so we can continue our conversation. But let's go to Sam Johnson. He's still with me on the line. Mr. Johnson, I mean, we have a tournament to prepare, and it's just 32 days away. With this, don't you think it probably will have a negative, impact on our team?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying, because he has a lot of friends in the team, and some of the even young ones would like to be with him to motivate them, though he knows that maybe it's not going to be a first choice or whatever, because he would love to give the young ones also a chance to, come into play. So some of them will be like, oh, Charlie, if captain is here, maybe also it will have impact in the team. But all the same, you are defending your country. So it's like a soldier man. When one of your men goes down, that motivates you to fight hard. Because if you don't fight hard, that means you are also going to go down. So it's a time for them to also prove themselves that they can do it. They should forget it and then keep moving and raise the Ghana flag high. But it's going to have some impact among some of them. Okay,
Mr. Johnson, just finally before I let you go, and then I'll continue the conversation with Ebo. I mean, what can we learn from this? There have been instances in 1992, C.K. Akono's case, and even in this very era, we've always been talking about how there's captaincy issues between Asamoah Gyan and Dede Ayew. They will come out and deny it. But now we've seen it. What can we learn from this?
Yeah, I don't know previously, but I think since I know national team, or I started playing, I think only Stephen APPIAH captainship was very smooth, because I was there before Stephen, Olili was there before Stephen, but no, me personally, I don't care about captainship or whatever. It's about what you provide or what you do for the country. That is what is the most important thing. We are all there, but we supported him and we moved with him. And at the end of the day, what happened? We all left, and he's there, and he took the country to 3 times World Cup. But we've been having problems in this captainship so much, and Kwesi APPIAH himself, he has suffered this kind of thing before. We went to Germany, this kind of thing happened, and whenever those things happen, it brings us back.
Okay.
So we have to be careful, and I hope we will learn from previous ones. But it still happens. So I don't know. I've not heard about Kwesi APPIAH. That's why when I was talking, I said, if it is true, then the decision if me, I will take the same decision. Because I can't go there and calm down or whatever. Exactly. When I'm in the team, I'm the captain. I prefer to be the captain than any other thing that I'll do in the team. So I think we have to be careful when at a time like this. No, we have to be careful because it doesn't help us at all.
Mr. Johnson, thanks so much. I really appreciate your time. So that was Sam Johnson. I still have with me Ebo on the line. Ebo, what kind of people are we? I mean, almost every time when we are going for a tournament, there are issues.
It's true, you're right. And this is the same thing that happened to the coach before 2014. And it looks like every time he's about to go to a tournament, there's a problem. As a player, he experienced it in 92, and his first thing for the national team, Brazil 2014. And then now, we seem to have a problem just before the World Cup. Whatever has happened, it's not good for Asamoah Gyan. It's not good for the coach, and it's not good for the country. Nobody is going to win. This thing, nobody is going to win out of it. I think that the president must step in. You see, this is Shatawale and
Stoneboy.
It was going on. Nobody said anything, and look at what it ended up. We all knew there's a problem. The president had a cause to call the two of them some months ago.
Yeah.
So what was discussed? Whatever he advised them, didn't it work out?
Yeah, and I even remember, not to catch you, I even remember the Normalization Committee president, Dr. Kofi Amoah, stated that when the president called them, he ironed their differences and that the players are okay.
You see, so what happened? I mean, this is an exercise in futility. And mind you, you don't have a team. You don't have a team at all. So our strength is unity going into this World Cup. So if that particular strength, we are going to destroy it, then what are you going to do at the Cup of Nations? What will carry us through in this AFCON is unity and togetherness. Our players are not playing good football in Europe, and we all know that. So the only ingredient that we have is togetherness and unity to go and win the AFCON. Is what we are destroying even before we start camp. I think the president should step in, and I'm hoping diplomacy and tact will be applied. Without really hearing from coach, I just think that the management...
No, but I mean, if the president should step in, at this point that Asamoah Gyan has released this statement, you think that anyone can talk Asamoah Gyan out of this to come back?
Well, I agree with you, Benedict, but either way, even if the president was successful in talking Asamoah Gyan to come back, it means the coach's authority has been undermined.
Exactly.
And then if you don't do that also, going into the tournament is going to be worse. So somebody must put his head down and show leadership at this stage. The timing for everything that has happened is so wrong that it brings us back when you have a management committee without a football person inside. Because a football person would have told them that this thing you're going to do, it has a implication. And from the checks and balances I'm doing, some of the people on the committee really wanted this thing to happen. And so that's why I'm asking the president to step in and find out.
Well, you know what, we'll talk more. We definitely will talk more about this. You know, we have an unfinished business, so let's focus on that and, you know, do that. So thank you very much for joining me. So that was APPIAH, sports analyst. Also, he is spokesperson of the Ghana League Clubs Association. That's GALCA. We still have to stay with the Africa Cup of Nations, and the official mascots for the tournament was, you know, unveiled 2 days ago. My colleague Baba Tando has more in today's edition of the AFCON Minute.
Let's get to meet the official mascot of the 2019 Total African Cup of Nations. He is a child named Toot. He comes wearing an Egyptian shirt dressed like a pharaoh with his foot on the official championship ball. Toot refers to Tutankhamun, who was an Egyptian pharaoh of the 18th dynasty during the period of Egyptian history known as the New Kingdom, or sometimes the New Empire period. He has, since the discovery of his intact tomb, been referred to colloquially as King Tut. For a clearer view, log on to myjoyonline.com/sports. Follow the hashtag JoyAFCON2019 on social media. Salam.
So that was Baba Tando with the AFCON Minute. Stay tuned to Joy Sports. Will bring you more of this plus other, you know, stories as we build up to the Africa Cup of Nations. It's 32 days away, and of course the Black Stars will be in action. Forget about all the things that are happening. Our prayer is that we'll go there and win the tournament. But we're also building up to our invitational tournament happening at Bema Camp this very Saturday. That's May 25. Well, Team Gassem, almost every year they come and they do very well. This year as well, they want to come and do well.
Gassem! 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 No, it's the same Gassem, you know. 52 years, we've been in the market selling cement, consistently quality cement. But in addition to that, we come together, and when we go to the field, we just transfer what we know to be producing cement in the quality that we produce our cement with, and transfer it to the field of play. And you have seen us in this for since it started, and we've always been there. So you know what we'll say? All those of you who are running your mouth, keep running your mouth. Just run your mouth. We will come and just do the do, that's all.
In fact, last year, you guys showed us skills here that we thought we had never seen before. But Charlie, in the end...
You want to ask Barcelona what happened to them when they choked against a certain Liverpool. In the game, sometimes you can be leading 3-0 and you can be beating 4-0. But you see, we never give up until the bones are rotten.
All right, so Team Gassem there, you know, with a vibe going into the Invitational Tournament this very Saturday at Bema Camp. Well, remember, the official sponsor for this year's Invitational is First National Bank, FNB Bank. We heard from them yesterday. We hear from other companies as well as we continue our build-up to the big day this very Saturday. I'm Benedict Tulsi. Thanks so much for your company. We are back with more in terms of sports when you join us at 2 on Sports Today, which is our major sports bulletin on this platform. Until then, enjoy the rest of our programs and have a wonderful day.